master switch. Why doesn't John Deere just put the master switch inside the cab? That way you can just reach over and turn it on and off. It'd be so much easier. At least on a 780 and 90, it's on the left side of the combine, so you don't have to run a whole 180 around it. Well, I got my sister's partner in crime with me today. His name is Case, and yes, that is Case, as in Case International. Believe it or not, we used to run Case back in the day, and in that time period is when we got Case, so we called him Case. But I'm in Dad's combine. As you can see, the number 3 is right there. And we're gonna head to the bio and start cutting some wheat. Mom and Dad are currently at the field already because they were biting it and seeing if it was hard enough. And they think it'll cut. So I'm gonna bring Dad's combine. Jesse's gonna bring the 18-wheeler with the new hopper, which we're about to drive by it. I'll let y'all see that. Cody's gonna take the Dodge and the number 1 header, and JW's gonna take the grain cart. So y'all have seen these trailers 100 times, but y'all haven't seen the Timty over here. This thing's pretty sweet. It's got a automatic tarp on it. It's kind of high-sided, so we're gonna see how that compares while pulling it behind a combine. We're hoping that the auger boot doesn't, get into the tarp. I don't know, we might have to do something about that. But that thing is pretty sweet. Today's pretty hot, but it's not South Texas hot. But I got my short pants on today. I think JW and Cody are filling up the tractor with fuel right now. After that finishes, I guess we're gonna hit the road. We have a mom in the wild right now, taking pictures. Look at that mom stance. The yield is actually a little bit higher than we expected. So it is averaging 26 right here. That's because the outside was, making 5 and 0. The hogs have really tore up the outside really all throughout the field. You can see how it's kind of spotty through here, which actually I kind of take that back. I don't know if it's hogs or the cattle that was ran out here. Now that I think about it, it's probably more of the cattle that was ran out here. But on the outside pass where all the trees are, it sucks a lot of moisture out. So it was making quite literally 5 bushel all the way around the field. Some places 0. And that really hurts the average whenever you start out with, it averaging 15 bushel around the turn row. But for the area that we live in, the middle is doing actually pretty good. But despite the yield being, a little bit better than what we expected, we already have about 5 acres left in the field. Right over there is the end of the field. I think this was a 28-acre block. But we have 5 acres left in this field. We're gonna hurry up and knock this out. And honestly, I have no idea where we're going after this. There's a lot of wheat that is still pretty green, so I'm not exactly sure where the next move is going to be. It may not seem like much because the camper is running alongside with the wind right now, but that looks insane. There's tree limbs out there that I can see so far. And the way that the campers are set up right now, mom and dad are long ways, so they're broadside in the wind right now, and they're on this side of my camper, so they're blocking all of the wind right now. And my camper is still rocking like crazy. Like this entire wall right here where this window is like flexing in and out. I wouldn't be surprised if the wheat is completely blown over by this. Oh my gosh, there's trash flying across the coastal field. Oh my gosh. It's actually to the point right now where water is pouring into my camper from the slide out, like it's leaking. So I'm trying to stop that. I'm not sure if y'all can see or not, but that is our wheel line almost out in the county road. You can see it hit this power pole right here and crinkled in the middle. So there's a good chunk right here. There's one over here against the fence. There's another one right there against the fence. One right there. Way over there, there's another section. And the rest of it is over here in the wheat. So it's missing from about here all the way over. There is trees just absolutely everywhere. That was definitely the wildest storm that I've ever encountered inside of a camper. Look where the limb is like in the ground. Like it jabbed under there and made a hole in the grass. Oh my gosh. All the siding from the house is like flung everywhere. As y'all can see, this is the side of the house that I'm talking about. If anyone was wondering, this is my grandpa's house. This isn't our house, but yeah, I guess that piece over there is from the side of the house. Well, I guess we're gonna have a cleanup day. It is a balming 91 degrees inside the camper. We haven't had power in 19 hours. It just now came back on. We've been loading up trees all day long. The entire town just has tons of trees all over the place. Well, we got the headers put on, and Dad is cutting a sample, which right where he's at is about 19% moisture. So here's kind of what the field is looking like right here. On this side of the field, it's pretty green, and then over here is really dry. So what I was doing, I guess a couple of days ago, is I was doing a pass all the way through, and I was getting about 75% of my run with dry wheat and then a quarter with wet, trying to blend it off. Even though there's a road right here in the middle, that is that road right there. The ground is still a little bit wet. You can see the pickup left ruts and Mom left ruts trying to put her header on right there. Well, I guess there's some parts in the field that are wetter than others. Right here where we're cutting is about 11%. I believe it has to be under 13.5. So Dad's kind of over there in the wet stuff, and then Mom and I are over here in the dry stuff. And we're gonna try to blend it off and see if that'll work. Also, peep the down pressure gauge cable that is broke on the header. I was planning on running automatic header height to this field because the wheat is about mid-chin high and in the mud. But I went to start in and I had the automatic header height on, and I hit my number 2 button and it just shoots straight up. So automatic header height goes off of the down pressure on your header. So with the cable broke and the number being on 4, it thinks that the header is being mashed all the way to the ground, so it tries to pick it up. Hence why whenever I hit my number 2 button, the header just like shot straight up. Which really isn't a problem. I guess you have to run it manually. And you just kind of have to keep your head on a swivel and try not to eat a whole bunch of mud. Having to do the old John Deere restart. Had to kill the master switch. Okay, y'all see all the ruts right there? I was cutting over there and I got done and I turned my header off, drove over here. You see where it's a little green? This is where Mom was cutting. And I came over here, turned my header on, and then started cutting, and I wasn't mapping. Which if you're not mapping, you're not counting acres. If you're not counting acres, you're not getting paid for a machine. So, I had to stop. I killed the combine, turned it back on, you know, turned my separator on, header on, tried to cut, and it still wouldn't record. So now I'm out here cutting the master switch off and seeing if that works. Well, we finished up this side over here. We did hop across the fence over there, and it was making like 8 bushel. So that's not worth cutting, and I guess we're gonna leave that. It was 8 bushel as well as like 21% moisture. So we're just gonna leave that over there. It's probably, I don't know, 4 acres, 5 acres maybe. Now we're gonna hop over here where Dad is. And we have 1 block right here, 1 right here, 1 back there, and then there's 1 way off in the back that you have to pull your header off for that one. But you can lateral tilt over all of the gates on this one, and then that far one over there. Was that clear as mud? It probably was. Anyways, we're gonna hop over here and go cut some wheat. So I thought I had mud in my feeder house, but evidently I had boulders in my feeder house. I was cutting the turn row and it was acting like I had mud on the feeder house. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, it kind of like shutters, I guess, the feeder house, like it's almost about to plug it. So I just thought I had mud in there. So I raised my reel, and then Cody got out because Cody is with JW in the grain cart because it's going to take a little bit to load all 3 trucks. So Cody got out, and evidently it's rocks. That's pretty handy. Y'all wanna know what I forgot to do today? I forgot to pick a name for the window. Well, Adam, you're the winner for today's window. With us cutting for a day and then stopping for 2 days and then having the winds and cleaning up the trees and then cutting again, it's been a wild video. So I'm kind of all scatterbrained. But anyways, Adam, you won today's drawing. If you want to unlock some extra videos or maybe learn how to edit videos, I have a couple of bonus videos up for the members only. You can unlock that with the link in the description. You get a whole bunch of perks. You can click on it and read all the stuff that you could get. There's some things like extra videos, giveaways, which is going to be a new one, your chance to have your name on the window every single day. You can also opt out to the name on the window if you don't want to. But yeah, if you want to support what I do just a little bit more out here, you can become a member, and I'll be super, super appreciative. We did have 22 members, but we can erase that. We now have 38 members. Also, look at Tessa's love note. That's so sweet. I need her to rewrite that because I think she smeared it with the thing that you clean the windows with.
Are you staying over there, Hayden?
There's one more pass that I'm already on it.
Okay.
I know. I'm ready for the "you should have wore boots" comments. We're not done with the field, but we have to pull the header off to go to that last section that I was talking about earlier. Also, we have to fix one of Mom's sections really quick before we put it on the trailer. Got Mom's section changed out, and Dad already took the header off, so we're gonna go drive literally 30 feet and go put the header back on. Well, that was short-lived. The back section back here is way too green, which is extremely inconvenient because it is the farthest field back up in here. There's like 300 acres here, 280, somewhere in there. And if we were gonna go to another field and cut while this one dried down for a little bit, this is the furthest south field that we have to cut. The next one that we have to go to is probably 8 to 10 miles north of here. Maybe we can leave the combines here until this dries down a couple percent, but I don't know. Well, off to the west, you can see that gnarly storm coming. Oh boy, let's hope that's not, you know, anything too bad. But anyways, I think that is going to be it for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.